Doesn't that look good? Hi friends, today I'm making a white chili. It is so hearty and filling, full of flavor, super delicious. This is just such a great dish, especially as the weather starts changing and we start getting interested in those, kind of hot, soothing dishes again. So I thought I would do something different today and that I would start by showing you all of the ingredients. I think this could be helpful for some people, so let's go ahead and check that out. So for this dish, we are using some neutral oil, an onion, a bell pepper. I like to use a sweet pepper, some garlic, lime juice, broth, coconut milk. I'm using white beans. You guys could use the beans of your choice, but this is a white chili, so I thought white beans would be best. I am using soy curls again. I think you could definitely replace this with the, a protein of your choice. We're not using a ton of it, just, we want to try to give it a little bit of a chewy texture. I'm putting in some corn. These are frozen vegetables, so this is just frozen corn. I am using some okra. That may sound odd to some people, but okra actually gives this dish some really great texture. You could completely leave this out if you want to, or replace it with something else. I'm using a roasted hatch chili. Again, I know that this isn't available to a lot of people. You could use the chili of your choice or completely leave it out, or you could roast a pepper, like a bell pepper if you wanted to. It just adds to the layer of flavor. Nutritional yeast, because what kind of vegan would I be without nutritional yeast? And our seasonings. We've got in here garlic powder, onion powder, Mexican oregano, cayenne, chili, and cumin. All right, let's get started. So we're going to start by browning our onion and our pepper. So I'm going to turn my burner on medium-high, let that start heating up. All of the amounts will be listed in the description box, so the whole recipe will be below. I'm using a sweet onion. It's pretty much what I always use most of the time, but you could definitely just use the onion of your choice in here. I think a sweet onion is generally a pretty mellow onion. If you use like a red onion or a stronger white onion, you might want to just use the amount that works for you. The reason I chose a yellow pepper here is just because I thought the color would be really pretty in this white chili. You could definitely use whatever you like. I don't really care for green onions, so I typically don't use them. But if you like green onions, go for it. Just do whatever you like. I like a lot of my recipes to be super adaptable. Looks like our onion is heating up. Our oil is heating up. This dish comes together very quickly, really very fast. Cook the onions and peppers until they start getting some color on them. They'll continue cooking when we put all the other ingredients in. Let's see how they're doing. Yeah, they're starting to get a little color. I'm gonna let them cook for another minute or two. So the peppers and onions have some color, so I'm gonna throw in my garlic for just a minute until it's fragrant. Great. So our garlic's looking good, or smelling good actually. I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of lime juice. You know, if you guys don't put acid in your food, you ever taste your food and it's like, my food is really missing something. I put all the seasonings in, it's got the salt, I did all these things, but it still just tastes a little bit bland and you didn't put acid, try a little bit acid. You'll be really surprised. I'm going in with about 3 cups of broth. This is veggie broth that I made. You can use the broth that you like. I'm gonna hang on to that in case I need to use more later. And I'm going in with the coconut milk. This is not coconut cream, this is coconut milk. This is the full fat version. You could probably use the light coconut milk in this if you wanted less fat, but I did not test this recipe with it. But it might be just fine. And we're gonna start throwing all the rest of this in. I'm putting the corn in, the okra, our beans are going in. Hatch chili is going to go in. Again, just use whatever you like or don't use it at all. It's totally up to you. I would say that this chili is a good medium spice. But definitely always adjust recipes to your spice liking, always. You could always just start really light, and if it doesn't have the flavor that you want, you could always add more. So the 3 types of heat I have, it's really just 2 types of heat in my opinion, but the hatch chili, the cayenne pepper. Now I'm also putting chili powder. I don't really find chili powder to be spicy, more of a, flavorful to me, but I imagine it may be spicy for some people. So totally adjust the heat to what works for you. Now we're gonna get our soy curls in here. Actually, let's add all of our seasonings. So seasonings going in. And nutritional yeast is going in. And I'm gonna do just a pinch of salt. Again, if you're SOS free, leave out the salt, leave out the oil that I used earlier. This can easily be an SOS free dish. Feels like it's barely hot. Let's get that sucker going, come on. I'm just using 1.5 cups of soy curls today. This isn't heavy on that meaty aspect. It's just to give a little bit more texture, really. I would say that's just about 1.5 cups. There we go. So I'm just going to break up any large pieces in here. Again, if you haven't tried soy curls, you really should. Especially if you're in a plant-based diet, this is if you're just trying to take some of the meat out of your diet, this is a great meat substitute. The texture is so incredible. I really love it. It's pretty inexpensive. It's about $5 for a pound. And I can usually make more than 1 dish. Because the soy curls expand, you really do get a lot more than the initial 16 ounces that you buy. This is coming together. Let's look at this. And this could just be ready when it heats up, or if you wanted to give it more time, allow it to thicken more, you could cook it for another 15 or 20 minutes. Totally up to you. Okay, so for toppings, I didn't discuss this in the beginning, but there's a variety of toppings that you could use. I think jalapenos would be great. You could use some type of crispy tortilla strips. That would be lovely, or you could serve this with with some oven baked tortilla chips. Today I'm using an avocado. I've got some green onion. I think I'll try it with some tomatoes on top. And I have cilantro. So let me just chop a couple toppings. I'll put the onions on at the end because I like to use a scissor for that. Let's hope this guy looks good. Beautiful. I always think when I plate dishes that avocado strips look best, but avocado little cubes feel best in my mouth. So I'm always torn about what I want to do. I'm just going to use a little bit of cilantro on top. I really like to keep the cilantro light. I love the flavor, but I have a texture issue with the cilantro. So I like tiny pieces and I don't like too much. All right, I would say our toppings are ready. Just gotta wait for this to come to temperature and we'll be good. Doesn't it look pretty though? It's not completely up to temperature, but I want to give this a taste already. It's really good. I'm gonna add a tiny bit more salt. But wow. That hatch chili has given this so much flavor, it's crazy. You really just need this to warm through when it's ready, unless you want to develop those flavors a little more by cooking longer. It's got a really nice thickness happening already. So I think I'm going to plate. Look how hearty that is. Let's put on some toppings. I really love avocado, you guys. Oh my god. I don't eat a lot because it's caloric, but dude, I really love it. So this is what it looks like. Doesn't that look good? I'm excited to taste it. I love this stuff. All right, here we go. It's so delicious. It really has just a range of flavors happening all at once between the lime juice and the garlics and the chilies, and you know, the white beans really contribute a creamy element. Delicious. That is so good. You guys should really try this. I'm going to link the recipe below. If you enjoy this content, please like. You know, if you're not a subscriber, I'd love for you to subscribe or leave a comment. Every interaction you have with the channel really helps push the show to new people. I'm so grateful for you being here. Thank you so much. Hope you're having a great week, and we'll see you next time. Bye!